Yeah.
Also, we're live now right as I finish that joke.
Oh,
great,
hello.
great, great.
Hello,
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hello
friends.
there. Yay.
All right. And that means I'm actually going to move this
I gotta
over
log in.
here so I can continue to see it. And I'm going to load the chat briefly.
I was gonna go all Sadie married lady, but I couldn't come up with a Julianne version of that. Julianne married.
Married Fulio.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
before we get
There you
started,
go.
that's the news, isn't it? Congratulations to Julianne on
Yay.
getting married. And thank you on behalf of all three of us for having us for your amazing wedding over the past weekend.
I loved having you guys there and at your little table or
Yes.
medium-sized table.
We had a good. We were like right there to see you walk in,
Yeah.
unobstructed view coming into the reception. Like it was.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
it
were
was
right
good.
there. Yeah.
I actually
Yeah, nice
interrupted
spot.
that ever so, like, not quite at the worst possible time, but the door was kind of, like, closed and the entire wedding party was out there giving me, like, a what are you doing right now look. And I just gestured to Oliver, who has to use the bathroom, and I'm like,
Yeah, I saw you with
what are you all
Oliver. I
going
was
to
like,
do right now? Get out of
"Kids."
my way, right?
Kid-friendly wedding.
Right.
Which I don't know if I've ever been to, actually. Wait, have I?
To a
It's always
kid-friendly
like-
wedding?
Yeah, it's always Choice Kids. I've been to Choice Kid friendly wedding. I
Where
don't
it's
think I've
like
been to a
if they're a
fully
flower
kid friendly.
girl, yeah,
Yeah, or like the one niece or something.
yeah.
Thank you, Andrew and Anthony Dennis. Music.
Thank you for
Yeah.
letting us bring the little ones, because that was awesome.
Yes, it
Oh,
was
but like
awesome.
Micah's Yay Alone.
Oh
at
my
the
gosh.
end
Okay, let's tell
was
that
worth
story
it.
real quick
Is it?
for our friends.
Can I play it on stream? Would Julian be upset if I play that short clip for folks?
I mean, it's
I
more.
wouldn't
It's
be.
more.
It's more a Karen question, I
does Karen,
suppose.
do you mind?
Yeah.
No, I don't mind. That's fine.
Okay, let me set this up. I did the music for Julianne. Julianne entrusted me, and I biffed it hard. No, I did okay.
You, let's be clear.
She was amazing.
Dana absolutely killed it. This is like some of the best wedding music I've ever seen.
Well, thank you. So it was violin, me, organ, and French horn, which is obviously not a grouping that is
Unorthodox.
super common, but Neil really wanted brass, and so I
Yeah.
suggested horn would sound really beautiful with me, like the blend would be kind of
And
cool.
it was.
And
Yeah.
we had to work on balance, right? Like especially the organist had to like pick registration and everything to like
Mhm.
stops or whatever, the things that they
Yeah.
do.
The stops. yes.
Hey, Dana, while you're
Uh,
telling your story, I can't download it anywhere to
Oh.
play it on this machine because you
I
shared it
think I
before
could
we
stick it. Yeah, I think I
linked
can
up on
stick
Signal.
it
Stick it in the Discord channel really fast.
in the Discord channel, which I totally have access to now. So anyway, so the music was really fun because it was Julianne and I was entrusted
We have
with it and
similar
just so like
tastes.
yeah, but
Also
like
that, yeah.
Julianne wanted to walk to the Jupiter hymn, which is so stunning, like no matter what. And so that was always the plan. That was kind of the first thing that got put in place. And then
Mhm.
we kind of went through my classical rep to like find something that would be really good for the bridal party, the seating the families, like all the stuff before Julianne. And I happened to have in the same key as the Jupiter hymn, I also had the Finlandia hymn. And I was like, those are so good together. So that was the recommendation. And they did. They sounded so good. Let's see. I think I don't remember which one's which, Ryan. I'm going to send both of them and then you can kind of like preview and figure out.
Yeah, we'll play both. That's fine.
Yeah, because the other one's fun too.
Yes.
I think the longer one.
The longer one is the one that's musically fun. The shorter one is the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, let's play the longer one first. So this will show the transition of Finlandia, and then we were like, well, we need like a fanfare. To announce, like,
Yes.
usually like the officiant or somebody will do like a please stand, but we're like, what if we did that musically and just had like a musical little fanfare, have the organ play something,
Make it
and then
real
launch
obvious.
into the Jupiter hymn. So Ryan can play for us what we ended up doing.
I am about to do that. I'm going to open this and then share it to Discord so you all can hear it too.
Oh yes, of course.
Not that you haven't been hearing it in our back channel kind of over and over for a bit now. All right. So do
Yeah,
we
we've
want
all listened to this.
the
as a
closing of
time.
it first or the transition to it first?
Do the longer one, the transition one.
Okay. Let me do that. Stop streaming Dragon Quest behind the scenes.
And ain't nobody gonna copyright strike us, because first of all, like, who has this instrumentation?
This is one of a kind, everybody.
Also, this is
yeah.
me, so kind of fun. Also, public.
All right, and there is no video, so just bear with us. You'll hear the audio, folks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play it now. So this is the end of Finlandia.
Yeah, it's the end of Finlandia.
So good.
I have to note, Dana's solo violin volume balanced against the organ there is miraculously good, even on this in-house
It's
recording.
so good.
Yeah.
All right.
So the organist was even like, I'm impressed with how much sound you get against me. And I was like, spoiler alert, Dana lore, I play on a viola bow, y'all.
Yeah.
I do that because I do so much
Shocker.
like playing in spaces like that or playing outdoors where like I need the extra sound, the extra weight. So I've been doing that for a long time. But anyway, the best moment that Sarah, so we set up 2 recorders because Sarah PC and I really wanted to like get good footage for Julianne, knowing that like she won't hear most of Prelude. You know,
Because she's not
Little
physically
busy.
present for most
a
of
little
it. Right?
busy.
was in a
So we wanted
basement
to get
hiding.
recordings of everything. So we recorded everything at the rehearsal and then everything at the actual ceremony. And we figured we'll pull like the best versions, but also be able to like have the moment. Like this, you actually walk down at this moment. So one of the recorders was closer to the musicians. So it probably is going to get better prelude because it doesn't have all the people talking to each other. But then we also had one out in the pews, kind of near Joe and Sarah, that they were able to like keep going. And so the one that was closer to our friends caught the best moment of the entire musical thing. So this is like as Julian gets to the front at the very end of the Jupiter hymn. So anyway.
All right, here is the end of that. The perfect slow to match exactly Julian's pace, I will note.
It's
Sorry.
the cutest.
I laughed.
I didn't hear it. I was like so in the zone.
I think everybody in the rows heard Julianne cackle just like in delight at how you could not have scripted that better.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was so cute.
Good. It was so
It was
good.
excellent.
So cute. So I finally got to hear it when Sarah pulled the it's on violin. I play with a
Yeah.
viola bow. That's what's confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the bow for the extra weight. And it also, it was a colleague of mine was selling her bow to get a better one, and like it was a step up from the violin bow I had. So it was just kind of good timing. But yeah, that's the funny Dana lore is I have this extremely heavy bow for my instrument, and because of that my sound is like pretty loud when I'm not being mic'd. But we also did some things to like balance it out a little bit too.
Yeah, and I don't want to like bore everybody else with all my acoustical questions, but I was like really impressed that you got a hand, because it's a huge space with a lot of reverb. So when I learned to play organ there, so much of what I had to learn was managing the space and the echo and like pressing certain things at the right time because you would hear them like half a second later and stuff. So I was just like also on a nerdy level really impressed with like your management of the space too, just like acoustically.
Yeah, that was why it was good to be at the rehearsal, because I was able to kind of clock it and be like, okay. And that that is mostly done through not being too like gooey in the articulation. Like I tend less legato overall for wedding playing because it needs to cut a little bit. So that's Like, to answer your question,
Yeah.
that you didn't quite ask, that was part of it.
Yeah.
But
we
yeah,
were all the beneficiaries of Dana's absolute expertise in the area. Is really the
it
summary.
was fun.
Though. It was
We'll get some things. We'll get some things posted. Hopefully, it'll mostly just be recordings like that, not like video. But I mean, I have like from the stand video, but like no one wants to see that. That was just in case. But all of the Prelude music, there was a bunch of like, there was a lot of video game Easter eggs. So there was like some Haydn string quartet stuff. There was a really beautiful Simple Gifts. I really loved that arrangement of it. I was so happy with that arrangement. Had a really cool like modulation in the middle. But then there was also like Chrono Trigger and a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff. And Julianne's brother came up to me at one point after the rehearsal and was like, "Do you have any more like video game town themes? Seems like you've got a couple." Because we had like 4. I was like,
it was excellent.
Don't try me, son.
Themes. And at least one castle theme from what
Yes.
Because that was towards the end. I was lining up and I was like, "Oh, that's Figaro, isn't it?"
And we didn't do the B section
like,
because
not
we got
Mozart,
buzzed. We got the buzz that you were
you got
ready.
the buzz.
So
I was wondering about the
we
buzz.
only did the A section, so that's the one we didn't finish.
Yeah.
But we have a full recording of it from like warming up. So
Yay!
Nice.
Good time.
Also, the last thing on the wedding is I have to say this because it was so cool. Your mom is the best person, Julianne. That at one point during the reception, all of the stream team kind of gets like pulled up for one song, and I realized about 6 seconds in that it's Eyes on Me, because of course it is.
yeah,
And,
yeah, I was hoping we would tell this story.
and so all of us start to sing. We know the words. Lenny is there. He knows all the words. Everyone is having a grand time. Julian Grasso's mom knows the words to this song, everybody. She's the coolest parent of the whole set of people's parents. I'm sorry.
Full emotive like dance sequence with Julianne where they're like belting the lyrics. I was like this, and I got a couple videos of it because I was like, this is the best.
And I have them say, and I think it's like it was against her will because I kind of forced her to listen to all my Final Fantasy VIII albums. All of them included Eyes on Me full lyrics, and I didn't know that she knew the words, but like of course she did because she heard it so much, so it just like came forth, and I'm like, yes, you know all of the words. So those videos
really
are
fun.
very fun, and that was very special.
Yeah.
It was really fun. So, and the stream team got to see each other all in person for the first time since 2019. So that was really cool.
Amazing as well.
We do have a nice picture somewhere.
Yeah,
we have
the
a couple nice
photographer took
pictures.
one, so hopefully.
Yes.
Yep. And speaking of
turns out.
games that defined our childhood, that is true, I understand, of this game and Dana as we shift positions here and start playing a little bit.
Shout out to my brother Matt. This was the Dragon Quest, like because we didn't really Final Fantasy. We kind of went back and sought out some of the other ones. This one, I don't know if we had a hard time finding them. Like this was the one we played over and over. And then it was only way like in my 20s I finally like went back and played others.
No, you know where I stand. I'm Dragon Warrior 1.
Right. I remember
That
we
is my
streamed
life.
it. That was one of your stream choices at one point.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
never finished it.
We never finished it. We talked about the 8 Melodies template and all that. The
We
so-called.
got all the way up to the dungeon, and I died, and we were gonna go back and finish it.
That's right, because
Fucking
you
beat it.
died to
We
the
never-
Dragon Lord.
Anytime
do
that you want to pick that back up is, even just a shenanigaming half hour.
Gotta find the save file.
Yeah, right.
All right.
So
We
Oh, yeah,
started,
so
by
this
the
is
way,
Reeve.
we did this for 1 week and have decided we're going to do at least one, maybe 2 more that we'll see. Because
There's at least
gorgeous.
one more section.
there's one
I'd
dungeon
like to
Dana
do.
really wants us to get to without spoilers, and I think we should.
Listen to this like epic orchestration of this.
The water.
The water texture.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which,
Good.
we'll get to the talking about the water. What really blew me away when I
Oh,
told
God.
everybody
The
we
map?
had to
Talk
do
about
this. But first of all, let me bring up the map. What I really like about this map is that it tells you where
my
you need
God.
to go now, which
my
is really
emotion.
helpful for old games. But also, and I did not know this until this week, Dana, there's 2 different ways to get to that tower.
What do you mean?
So, right now, we are Ooh, let me do my whiteboard thing. Yes. Okay, so we are at the feather. Okay, and we have to get to the tower that's circled in yellow. The game will tell you are supposed to go through a hidden shrine in the forest here. But you don't have to do that, I found out. If you go down the archipelago, and maybe this is remake only, and you go to this exterior cave at the lower left side of the archipelago, then you'll emerge in the tower. And I
thought that was true in the original, because isn't that where the one escape hits you out? Maybe it was only one way.
I never played the original for Dragon Quest III. I weirdly played Dragon Quest II. So
okay,
we're all coming at this from a different angle of approach.
Oh,
for sure.
Hold on, new track. The tremolo here.
Oh, that's right. We didn't get to this track our first week. Sorry.
All right, just sit and listen for a minute for my sake.
Yeah.
It's giving like mysterious woodland right now. With the flutes here, this is cool.
This wind ensemble is so good.
Is this like Prokofiev?
I know.
Is this Peter and the Wolf? What are we in?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're in a woodland dungeon, y'all. Listen to this woodwind.
Yeah, this track's very good.
I feel like we're in a ballet though. Like this is ballet.
it's
right?
very.
It's very dance-like.
It's straight
The little
Nutcracker.
triangle.
This is this is Russian.
Yeah, I feel that we are. Oh my god, it's so Russian.
Yeah, it is.
We're Stravinsky, we're Prokofiev,
We are
we're
Stravinsky up in
Tchaikovsky.
here.
We're all of them.
I'm going to be teaching Stravinsky next week, so maybe
You
I'll
could
slip
just put
this
this
in.
on. You'd fool
I'll
half
just
your
put this
class.
Oh my god.
Holy
Oh
moly.
my god.
Oh, now the string's taking over.
Dun, da, 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 da,
I wanna play
da,
this.
da.
I know. I mean, that's awesome video game.
I never got past the Dragon War, and I can't say Dragon
I don't
Quest. I'm still
want-
Dragon Warrior. I never got
Yeah, I
past
was
one,
Dragon
but now I
Warrior,
want to
yeah.
play this.
Oh my gosh. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna move us onward.
I mean, I feel like we gotta pay it forward. Julianne bought this for me, so maybe I buy this one for you, Karen. Although I did say I was gonna buy it for my brother.
Pay it forward.
I still want to know when you all. I know Julianne did a little point and clicking over winter breaks, but I want to find out when you all tackle.
Yeah,
Some
because
of the point and clicks that I got you.
I didn't do almost any gaming over break because I had pneumonia all of December. So
Yeah.
I think you'll like my brother Rabbit that I got you. I'd be really interested in that.
yeah. I
I
like Andrew's point about
need
elements
both
of
of those.
Petrushka writing with right orchestration techniques. I love that. I played Petrushka in high school in the Cleveland Orchestra Youth Orchestra. We did, I guess, the 1947 version. But I've never played right. I've only appreciated right. And then I got proposed to Rite of Spring. Famously.
As one does.
Summer
In the case of Dana Lore, that's kind of amusing.
I'm over-leveled. Spoilers. We were trying to just hear music.
So for those who weren't here for the first one, we noticed that the little boo is still in the 8-bit timbre, as are a lot of the sound effects. Are the like the original, maybe upscaled or whatever, but
Warna.
And we'll pause to
Yeah,
hear the
the
boss
horns
track,
here.
but for regular combat, this is now week 2. We're gonna start.
the horns are
shooting
still
through.
so good though. Like, where's Stefan when we need him?
Yeah.
Everything here is excellent. This actually makes me want to hear like a Game Brass take on a couple of these tracks.
We know a few of those folks to ask them. We
do.
can point
Special
it
request?
their way.
Oh, excellent.
A soupçon of
I haven't heard that
Ravel in
word in
there.
a while.
Yeah. That's like, it's kind of a nostalgia bid, right? Like the 8-bit sounds, because they could have just made new ones, but I think when you do a remake, like you are actually to paraphrase Jordan Stokes in a brilliant paper that we all talk about all the time, your player's memory is a resource that you're drawing on, just like any other musical, or sonic aspect. And so that's what they're doing here,
I really
how
like
jarring
that
is it for
sentiment,
somebody that
incidentally.
didn't
It's one of
play
my
the
favorite
original?
things that anybody in the field has yet put down on paper.
Yeah, it's so good. It's accurate. How it's we noticed the same thing in the FF7 remake, not in terms of having 8-bit sounds, but like the ways in which it was counting on the folks that do it well, and playing with that memory in really interesting ways. So Jordan gave a talk at the North American Conference on Video Game Music several years ago on the Link's Awakening remake when that had just come out, and it was beautifully done. So we think of Jordan as like one of the best people when it comes to doing Zelda work.
Zelda work, yeah. Zelda scholar.
Absolutely.
Which is good, because I never have anything interesting to say about Zelda.
I've dreamt so many times of giving you this key. Heaven alone knows why.
Oh, I love
But
it.
it must mean something. So, here you go. One thief's key. You'll take it,
We love
won't
keys.
you?
We'll take it.
Yeah. Streamy acquires the thief's key.
I love that cute fanfare.
I know.
Julian, you always think that people speaking are too close to you in games.
Yeah.
I would
like
love
Mike?
to
You mean
see
like he's next to
Julian
your
play
ear?
Hellblade, where they actually are too close to you.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
I would die.
use that to go and have a look
No,
inside
what we do
the
is
house
we have
in
Julianne do
Reeve
the
with
VR
a
version at my
don't
house
worry,
at
the
Nakville.
chat there.
Oh,
It's so much worse in VR.
Either way,
Oh, I'll bet.
there are. Open them with cork. Off you go then.
I've got important dreams to be having. Get out of here. I love this guy.
pesky padlocks.
All right. Yes, you can do red doors now.
Okay. The Girl's Own Annual.
Yeah, it'll change your personality type.
So it's not like a naughty magazine,
No, it's
because
not.
that does happen in certain video games. We know.
Yeah, so
I feel like
this one,
is it supposed
Diary
to
of a
say
Hard
annal?
Man, is how to become a meathead. This is how to be a tearaway.
Maybe it's meant to be a magazine that comes out annually.
yeah,
Yes,
that's what I was trying to
maybe.
figure out.
In any case, it's time to jump off the tower now. Like you do.
My tea tonight is exceptional. It's saffron chai with rose water in it.
Mm.
Nice.
I've
I did
made
not
this
get a
before, but
drink,
like it's so good.
which is too bad. I should have done that.
Oh, and also because we were all in the same location, Karen gifted all of us. Did you give something to Julianne, or is that like on its way? Or
If you're talking about the beverages, they were
The
just for you
beverages.
and Ryan.
Oh, because Julianne
that's what you
Julianne
meant.
got secret other gifts.
But I didn't have.
Julian
a
got like
special
actual
drink.
wedding presents.
Yeah, Julianne got wedding presents. Karen so graciously gave Ryan and I like craft liqueur from Hartford. So when we were there for the last time we saw each other in 2019, we tried stuff from this company, and there was a rose one that I fell in love with, and we had driven, so we bought a bottle and like put it in the trunk and like drove it home. And drank all of it, loved it, and then Karen got me a bottle of the lavender one, which I was not expecting. It's so good.
Oh, do you like
Nice.
it?
We have not tried our chai spice one yet.
I-
I meant to open it
I
for a
also
drink
wanna
on the
try that
stream, and I
one.
got too busy.
Yeah, that one sounds like it would mix really well. This one's very sippable on it. I was like, is it gonna be like, how lavender can be like.
Lavender can
So-
be a lot sometimes, right?
This
So-
is very sweet, but I think to its credit, because it cuts out some of the soapy. Like it's you get like just enough lavender.
Just a
It's
good-
very
yeah.
nicely balanced.
When you cut it, because you're going to mix it with something, so it takes the edge off all that sweetness, but you don't get the medicinal
Right.
flavor of the herb. You know what I mean? You get
But
the
to
like
sip
the
it
flavor.
on its own, the sweetness actually really, I think, helps. Like,
That's cool.
in a liqueur, it's like fine if it's a sugar bomb. You only have a little teeny guy of it.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
You made a good
Initially, I
choice.
was like, oh, chai sounds so good. I was like kind of jealous of Ryan, but now I'm not. Now that I've tried this one, I'm not.
Well, if I end up coming to Nacfagum in person, I'll bring you some chai.
I'll send you money to bring me a rose one too.
I'd bring the rose. I wish they'd sold. I just wish they had the smaller bottles, but.
Anyway, music.
So good.
Sorry, I have
Oh
to
my
run back
gosh.
to Reeve very quickly, and then we'll be on the road. I want to pause when we get to the boss track in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We'll do another music then.
Oh my gosh.
I want to do another music.
Sorry to Karen students who are just
Oh, those
watching us
swells.
kind of giddy
It's
and
so
hang out in the
Stravinsky.
wake of the wedding.
We're talking about music, though.
Those swells were giving me some Rite of Spring right in there.
What I will say is this
It
is the
is
type
that.
of nuance in the music. I don't want to say you can't fake it with a sample library, because a number of us on the call right now are friends with the exact individuals who could in the industry.
Yeah, right.
But it requires so much time and finesse to do it that way that really this is one of the benefits of live orchestral recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hire an orchestra man.
I know.
Like at that point, just hire an
At
orchestra.
that point,
Reeve.
like when you
I
edit
love
AI,
this
it's
that
like
they
that.
start slow.
Yes, me too.
I'm
Yeah,
just still
they're
taken
like-
by the graphics. They're so beautiful.
No,
So
the lighting
beautiful.
is stunning.
Oh my
The
God.
aesthetic here
Pollen in
is
the air.
absolutely like made in the stuff of my dreams.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
real. Like I don't have any. I keep calling it Dairy Queen, like Dragon Quest,
GQ.
like any connections at all, and I am desperate to play this game for how
Mhm.
beautiful it is.
I'm a sucker for really good water graphics and fire graphics, and this game does both of them very well.
Yes.
Was that?
I mean, I love the
The
palette on the
thief's
walls.
key.
I love
You
everything
are,
about
aren't
it,
you?
but just, you know, you could get something like this and see really, really bad water
So much
Yeah.
about- oh,
and just be
Yeah,
like,
we've seen that, right? We've definitely
Yeah.
seen in games where we don't comment on the water. It's just like not a standout, and
You can use that.
or just like you can
Once
tell
you're
that like that
feeling
no
suitably
thought went into
prepared,
that. It's just like
make
an
tracks
afterthought.
for
It's
us,
it's
but be careful
monochrome.
with
It's
that
whatever, and you're
ball
just like, oh, how disappointing.
But to
Yeah.
think, your mother puts up a. Be sure to head.
is he too close
Yo,
to you, Julian?
No, he didn't sound too close to me.
Okay, so
Isn't that the same guy? Is this a different guy?
It's a different guy.
Yeah,
same
this is-
as
Yeah, it's a
Ryan.
different old man. See, he keeps his space.
Oh, I never actually went there, so I can't warp there. That's too bad. Okay, whatever. We'll run.
that's different. That's obviously a quality of life update.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to have access to that item yet, but I found a bunch of Chimera wings while I was grinding for levels.
Oh,
I don't know if you got those in the original or not.
it's actually wing of wyvern
Okay,
in the
Wyvern.
but let's...
or why burn.
No, it's not that. Shut up. Get out of here. My poor Final Fantasy V. That might be the worst port of any JRPG ever done. I could stop here and listen to this recording of the world map theme for the rest of the stream and feel like we had a good time, by the way. This
Yeah.
is so excellent.
It really is. They could have.
Well, let's remind everybody what classes we picked, because obviously Streamy
Yeah.
Streamy we decided
which
is
is our
Julianne.
stand-in for Julianne as the hero.
Oh, yeah.
because we had
Woohoo!
Julianne answer the
And then
Zodiac
we have
question.
Dana
That's a
as our
piece of
priest
shit. Oh, yeah.
slash healer.
Yeah, Dana's the healer.
Me
Yeah.
with long red hair, because the brown hair is actual garbage. I'm sorry. As
Hey.
the wizard, and then Karen as monster wrangler.
And Karen's like
monster.
really overpowered.
I am. Apparently, I got really leveled up.
It's not about that. It's you can equip the boomerang. Watch, all of us hit one person, which is fine.
Karen attacks. Bonk.
Peace out.
Getting
I've
shit
been working
done.
out.
Monster Wrangler is a new class
worked
to this
out.
edition of Dragon Quest III.
This is like, it's like Karen at our NACPICA meetings where she's just like, okay, but like, why don't we just do this? And I'm like, thank you, Karen.
Right.
Oh,
No more discussion. Like, let's just do the
Let's
thing.
just get it done. Right?
I don't have the balls.
I'm
Or
so
like
happy when
the
somebody tells me I
ideas
had
to
a
do
good
that.
idea. Thank you, Julianne.
You keep us on task so that we're not discussing every paper for 70 hours, which I would do. Like, I don't have any time sense.
I wish we could do it more, but I sometimes just want to know, like, just tell me what we're
love
doing
this.
and then I will participate gladly. But right now I'm losing the
Right.
plot.
Yeah,
Can
Now,
I just point out,
in terms of
we were
doing
bringing
our
up
jobs-
Stravinsky, since we were bringing up Stravinsky, da 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 da. Did
yeah.
you hear it in the melody?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's just so close.
There is.
Also, have we heard this yet?
No, this is new. I'll pause
It is
for a
new,
minute.
but I still feel that I'm in some Russian ballet. This a
Yeah,
little
the
bit less so.
orchestration choices are really cool.
It's not just the orchestration though; it's the harmonic sense sometimes, the way that the things are harmonized.
Well,
and like that-
I
but,
don't actually
you know.
know this. Do we have anybody in our community? Because I don't think any of the four of us are. Who's well versed in Sugiyama's orchestral output independent of games?
Oh.
Because he was old enough when he started scoring Dragon Quest that he had a full-length
All
career as a composer of concert orchestral music before becoming a games composer.
He did, and he was very old. I don't want to say old school, but I kind of mean old school in that, like, the Western art music tradition was his jam. He was going to know all of the Russian school.
Yes.
I didn't know that he died of septic shock.
Oh.
I mean, I knew he died in 2021, but I'm looking him
I mean,
up, obviously.
He essentially died of old age, for what it's worth.
Yeah, that's sad.
Like, you have to go of something, right?
Oh, it's true. He just,
That
I don't
kinda
know.
sucks.
I
Can
really
we talk
like
about
his
this
music,
shot
but he
very
was a
quickly? I know
sketchy
that we're
dude.
not visual artists on the stream, but my goodness, this is insane.
We can
Look-
appreciate.
Look at the
Yeah.
water. This is what I appreciate. I love the motion of the water, the light reflecting on it, the shadows and depth in it. I'm just saying.
It's a good
It's, like,
shader.
very
You can see like
different from
the
the ocean.
animation of
Yeah.
the water repeating across. My friend Andrew Dennis teaches students how to do that in the 300 level lighting class here. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to run through this because this is a track we've heard before already.
Yeah. Also.
You know, that's
among
exactly
other
what I was
things-
referring to, where when I said he was a sketchy guy. We don't, yeah.
Yeah, we can appreciate these games and their music in a very death of the artisty kind of way. Let's like make that clear.
Yes.
Well, that, and I think for us, you know, that wasn't something people were aware of at the time when these games were out and the original nostalgia set in, you know?
Yeah.
Especially as children.
Oh, and you might want to take
Part of that
this,
I will
too.
acknowledge is Americans are shielded from politics that don't engage the U.S. to a significant embarrassing degree, frankly.
Just know that there's an entirely new keep your wits about you.
All right.
Is that a wood block? Like, what is that thing?
The thing.
Yeah.
Sounded like
Yeah.
it.
I think it's a wood block.
Love it. Love it. Just love it.
The stuff that I heard about him first was more of the anti-LGBT stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
you know,
It's all part and parcel.
all part and
Yeah.
parcel of his
Seems to correlate,
his
right?
beliefs.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm not saying much about his I'm trying to read here like quickly, but
Dun, bum, 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 dun, 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 dun.
like how useful Sugiyama's style of composition has been compared to late Baroque and early classical period styles. Guess what the citation on Wikipedia is to
Wait,
everybody?
bro. Wait. It's you.
No, it's Will Gibbons.
Oh.
Jeez.
the
I
harmonic
mean, a
labyrinth.
reliable source, but I feel maybe
Yeah.
that was taken slightly out of context.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep. It's like an AI,
Yeah.
like Reddit.
Yeah, it's always fun to just like, especially for on stream, like, what is on their Wikipedia? You know, we all know it's not where you would do research from, but
oftentimes it is
It's
where
not a
I
bad place
start.
to start, but
Yeah.
yeah, and you look at their citations and you go from there. But it can give you an interesting sense of like what gets emphasized by the folks that choose to edit. I've never been a Wikipedia editor.
I've
Never
done some
something that I've
Wikipedia
spent
editing.
time on.
I
I
edited
thought I was
one.
going to end up doing a lot more of it, and I ran out of time.
Have you
wasn't
done
a
stuff
hobby I
like
could
relating
pick
to
up.
your medievalist work ever?
So, say that again?
Have you ever done stuff for like your medievalist work? Like,
No. When I was doing Wikipedia editing, this was back when I was more or less doing medieval studies full, and I was correcting and adding some, smaller pages, kind of like what I was doing when I wrote my stuff for Grove. But I've never really done anything with medievalism, and I kind of like just lost interest in the updating.
Yeah.
It's sort of like somebody's wrong on the internet. I have to go fix it. No, I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, legit.
There are times where I really want to, and then I'm just like, do I really? No. So
Okay, now Julian is also going to start hitting groups all at once, which is going to be nice.
Yay! Little pillar.
Right, the chain sickle counts as a whip, right? Hopefully. Who knows? Oh well. Up we go. Had to jump
I
down
wish
that
there were a
hole to get
victory
it.
theme.
You wish there was what?
A victory theme after the fanfare.
there
I'm
really, yeah, there wasn't
so
one.
Final Fantasy pilled. I'm sorry.
Your Final Fantasy build. Ah,
Gotta
if it's
have
just
that little dance.
and that's
And
it.
it's just silence, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like the one moment of silence. Think about what you've done, yeah. To the spiked hair. It's my drink, a spiked hair.
my brother is here. I was just talking about you. It's almost like we summoned you by playing this game again.
The caffeinated crusader. Well, hello.
Nice.
greetings.
Thanks for swinging by.
Windows issue. When are we not having Windows issues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My recurring problem with old school JRPGs, and of course this even as remake qualifies, is I desperately wish that you could have a slider like in Bravely Default where you just tweak the rate of encounters. So if I just want to mosey through and be like, I'm enough, okay?
Do more of a story mode, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just such epic. Those are some violin. Putting the little in the violins. I'm like picturing that. Like I've transcribed that. I'm wondering if they adapted it, because it's computery. It's very like jumpy. I don't see that.
Yeah,
Let me pull up my.
feel natural.
I have this transcribed. Let me pull it up because I
Of
am
course.
very curious how that sits.
Yeah, sounds good. If it's interesting and worth looking at, slide it my way on the Discord. We'll throw it up.
Yeah. Fire sigil. Phoenix down bad. I don't know about that.
Living.
I do love that woodblock sounding percussion instrument.
It
that
is good.
kills.
It's
It's very good.
a little extra coolness.
Alright, I will definitely share screen here.
See, yeah, I want something after that. That's what I want. But that's for your leveling
that's
up.
the level up. Yeah,
Yep.
you're right.
But that's what I want at the end of. You learned a cock-a-doodle-doo. That's exciting.
We did learn cock-a-doodle-doo. I'll look and see what that does in a minute. I love the spell names.
Does it wake you up?
That's my assumption.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
so
from
pretty
sleep to
in the
sleep.
dark.
And I love that like all the themes have nighttime variations. That's
Yes.
Yes.
Ugh.
Ugh. Sea of Stars has spoiled me. I now like want that for everything. I'm
Well,
happy.
then you clearly have to go back and finish Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I know.
You should finish it with like the texture update that I've got though.
Do you
Yes,
think my
absolutely.
husband will allow that?
We will allow it.
No, Joe won't though. No, he's serious.
He will give me so much guff about it if I change it from the original. And I actually, how would I do the texture update? Because I'm playing it on console. So.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what you could do though, if you were playing it on console? Is it's coming Julianne's direction, because they haven't shipped yet. But what you could do is play it on an analog 3D that'll straight up natively upscale it to 4K.
Yeah, I've reached level 9. I feel
Yay.
like I'm 9.
Strong bet.
So yeah, I do have it up
Trogdor.
for you, Ryan, if you want to just take a look.
Yeah, let me Alt-Tab and move my window here. And we'll go to Discord and I'll look at what you got. We'll throw it up. Unfortunately, because Dragon Quest III doesn't run in the background, I can't have the PDF up on stream and the game simultaneously.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
But I can at
Where's
least
the Discord?
show y'all what I'm talking about.
yes. Okay. Everybody should be able to see now.
You're a lot further than me, Matt. I haven't gotten to Dama yet. Okay, so like obviously the stinger, that's fine because that's basically a gliss, right? And don't mind the like weird sound font because you know, like that's fine. You could kind of you could just have everybody gliss. This is the bit I'm talking about.
I don't know a lot of violin players that can do that. I'm sorry.
Let alone
That's
a section.
brutal.
So I'm wondering because it's just a lot of octave displacement. So I'm wondering if like they just kind of normalize, like, you know, like, because if we do something, I don't know, we might do something for like, I don't know, you know, like
That's a fun theme.
mess with octaves.
Could you assign it, because you have a whole section of violins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you assign violin 1 to play just the top notes and then rest on the bottom leaps, and violin 2s to play the bottom notes? And have it wash out in the recording
In
as leaps?
sextuplets that fast,
I mean-
whoever's on these offbeats.
It's like
I know that that's still fast, but that at least would be humanly possible.
Yeah.
Right? Like, navigating the octave switches that fast does not feel possible to me.
No,
though I admit I'm
navigating
not
the
a
active
string player.
switches, like there is not a way that I cannot come up with a way to make that work nicely without like weird string crossings. But that was my first thought too, was maybe we devisi it, but
Let's go
don't
back to
know.
the game, and the next combat we get into, I will not slam through it, and we'll wait for that moment.
I'm curious. Oh wait, people can't even see that on stream. Let me zoom in. Zoom in like hard on just that.
Oh, sure.
There. This. For
Yeah,
anyone
that's
that took a
insane.
closer look. Like, and I'll tell you, transcribing that was fun. I isolated the channels and I slowed it down 300%, and I went like note by note.
oh, you meant you were gonna come in here.
Yeah. Otherwise, what
There,
what
I'm going
else?
to take Dana's transcription off of the stream, everybody. We're going to go
Yeah,
back
go
to
ahead.
the game. Not
Wait,
this
well, you
fight,
can't
because
hear
we're
Do we
in
have
the
a
middle.
groom here? Do we have a groom up in here? Hi, Neil. Congrats.
What's up, Neil? Congrats.
I just want to say thanks again for coming. It was great to see you guys.
We had a
And-
blast.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Fantastic. Dana, the music was fantastic. You knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
Can I
was-
curse on this podcast? Can I
Yeah.
say
Yes.
out of the fucking park? Okay, good. That's all. That's all I wanted to say. And yeah, Karen and Ryan, thank you both for coming. Karen, your kid was awesome.
Has
you.
Julian played you his yay yet? Because it's the cutest.
He's the one that said yay. Yeah.
The yay?
He was the yay.
Oh, that was him.
That was him. That was him. He really liked the music, and he really liked meeting all of you. He keeps talking about you. It's really sweet.
Yeah, we're all just aunt and uncle automatically.
Yeah.
That's right.
Very happy to hear.
And I'm not going to throw up any pictures of anybody's kids on the stream, including my own, because Twitch is just not a space for that, team.
Yeah,
But
that's a good call.
the best picture we've ever taken of Oliver was him sitting down with his apple juice, looking like he's about to interview a senator absolutely in charge of that Princeton bar.
Yeah, he's in that like leather chair, and he's just like holding the glass so regally.
Right?
Awesome.
It was so good. Yeah, very enjoyable. My favorite picture that I got of the night, I was going around taking pictures of like the table and the cake, and like I wanted to get a couple of the sweetheart table, and one was looking onto the dance floor, and Julianne was on the dance floor, and she like saw me taking the picture, and she immediately started making faces at me, and I got some really good ones, but there was one in particular that I was like, this is the one.
I do want to see that.
Yeah, I'm like, zoom in, it's worth it.
Yeah, that one's amazing. She's totally like making a little kid pouty face at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
that's just her face.
Yeah. Sometimes it just be like that.
Oh god.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Thanks
And
again.
we loved it, and thank you for interesting me with the music.
My friend Mitch, that I think that you met, he plays French horn, and I had told him we're just gonna do one violin, one horn, and the organ, and he was like, okay. And then he came up to me later. He's like, he like pretended like he didn't care, but then he came up to me later. He was like, that was my initial response, but then I heard it, and it was absolutely fucking amazing. And it was like, yeah.
I'm glad we convinced Mitch.
Was the way he described it, and yeah, I would agree. It sounded so fucking good. Yeah, we had a little recording of it from one of the coordinators.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I found a like a flash drive at the bottom of my purse. I put it in my computer without like doing anything like this might be a virus, and it's like the recording of the whole ceremony, like from the back.
Cool.
Nice.
Like,
That's very, very cool.
Well, you're gonna have a bunch of
it was
ones
just
because
that dropped it in my purse for me.
yeah. So we told Julianne this, Neil, but Sarah and I had two different recorders, one that was closer to the musicians and one that was out in the pews, where we both got a full recording of everything that happened at the rehearsal and then everything that happened day of. And so our thought was we'll cut that into tracks for you, and then you'll get to hear all the prelude that you probably didn't hear because you were busy. So we wanted you to be able to like experience it all again. So we made sure that we got that.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, we had a little bit of the prelude. I don't think we got the whole thing because it seemed like it was cutting in and out from what the way that they recorded it. So
yeah, we have multiple recorders, and including like my last ditch, I even had my phone on my stand, like just in case something else failed. But like we should have multiple of everything, so we'll be able to like pull the best versions, and we'll cut it all up, and then you'll just have it.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear that. That sounds pretty great.
Yeah, that might be a this weekend project to sit down and do that.
Whenever you get a chance. I appreciate everything you put into it. Like it really just, it was so good. I'm gonna give Julianne her audio back.
Congratulations, groom.
Great.
Thanks
Congratulations,
again.
Neil.
Good to see you all, and thanks again for coming, guys.
Yeah, see, my brother knows me. Gina's gonna love the desert area, I think, especially the pyramid. Like, duh.
Yeah. This music we're hearing, by the way.
I think he's speaking to the arrangement, though, specifically here. Like, he knows I'm gonna love the dungeon.
This is technically a repeat, but it's only a repeat if you played the Super Nintendo version of Dragon Quest III, because it's from the initial prologue where you have to answer the personality questions.
Oh.
It's not a bad slime, it's a
Wait.
friendly slime.
Don't do anything silly now.
I thought that was the slime.
I did too.
Yeah, I did
And I
too.
was like,
I
that's not the
kinda
voice I imagine a slime would
thank
have.
heavens. I made it just in time.
This is
Most
also not
would
the
have
voice I
attacked
imagine
this
this creature would
defenseless
have,
slime by
but
now.
whatever.
A little old.
You might just be the one. Don't worry,
I love that
friend.
the default
You've
assumption is
nothing to
everybody should have
fear.
Scottish accents, by the way.
Yeah.
Slurp.
Tell me, have you encountered any unusually friendly
I think
monsters
that's a
on your
holdover from
travels?
Dragon Quest XI, which to my knowledge was the first game where everybody had Scottish accents.
There are some in this
Fun.
world that hold no ill will towards us human folk.
No ill will.
Yeah, so they have added
Something Billy
in
Connolly.
the the monster capturing stuff from Dragon Quest V that eventually becomes Pokemon. They've back added it into Dragon Quest III, which is what the Monster Wrangler class is all about.
This slime being a
back
convenient
at it.
example of said phenomenon. Ho ho ho! Look at that! He likes you. At any rate, I've taken it upon myself. Oh, that's right. Though I'm sure you've probably pegged who I am. Yes, the one and only Monty the Monster Monitor. You don't know me, right?
It's Monty
Monster Monitor.
Python.
Good to hear
It
a
is
word
Monty
of my
Python, for
work has
sure.
travelled far and wide. Listen, should you happen to find any, I
Yeah,
don't
we'll send
have
monsters
much.
to you, my dude.
As it happens, there's a monster.
I want
arena
to
in the
like
nearby
make covers
town
of it. Like
Romeria.
well, not covers. I want to play every
Do
single
stop
track.
by if you
Like
have the
the
time.
violin parts are very compelling to me.
Now farewell.
Anyway, if
Everything-
you have a
everything's really
Monster
set
Wrangler,
beautifully.
it is well worth your time to start tracking down friendly monsters everywhere. Yeah,
Makes sense.
and that's how you unlock new skills for the Monster Wranglers. Most of that activity, though, I admit, will be done by me off-stream, since all of the grinding and item-y collecting-y stuff doesn't happen on stream. Here's Romario.
If there's ever a game that's gonna get me to enter the like remakes discourse, it'll be this one.
Gosh, I
I've
need
published twice
desktop
now and have
wallpaper,
2 more
all this.
publications on remakes discourse. I feel like I'm the person for that.
You
have
and Jordan
become-
and I yeah.
my student
my
who's writing a
bibliography right there.
dissertation on it.
That's true.
Will
That's true.
join you. We'll join you soon.
That's true, and that's stuff that I don't plan on like getting into. So I'm very
Yeah.
excited. I love when people write on things that like I want to read, but like I don't want to do myself.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the best. Everybody does the work for me. I have
I
some,
really like the remake stuff, and I would do it. I do want to do it, but I'm also very happy for other people to do it while I'm not doing it.
Mhm.
It's just, I'm waiting for somebody to waltz across the floor with a tutu. There needs to be like, the swans
Right here.
from Swan Lake need to come out. The Nutcracker.
Yeah.
This is what I'm
I
waiting
just
on.
like imagine their little feet. These.
Yes.
just
I
not-
want to see
just-
Sprite Ballet.
To infantilize ballet dancers. but
When can we get Sprite Ballet?
Did any of you ever take ballet? I didn't.
No,
No.
not me.
I took like
some
2
dance,
lessons.
but not ballet.
2
I
lessons.
didn't, I
That
didn't
was
do any
it.
dance.
I was very, very young. I hardly remember it. But I remember learning like first and second position.
Hmm.
That's it. That's all I remember. I don't know why I went there, and I don't know why I stopped.
My
It was
college
literally
roommate
just
taught
like,
me
I felt like it was a thing that happened to me.
That's
all I know.
My college roommate was a modern dance major, but they had to do ballet technique, and it would be like also kind of like how we had 5-day a week, like first thing in the morning theory, like 7:30, 8 a.m. And we would both be getting up, and she would be like grumbling that she had to go to ballet technique, and I'd be grumbling that I had to go to theory.
Go
But
to
for me,
theory.
it wasn't that I hated theory so much. It was that it was the complete opposite end of campus. So it was like I had to be
God,
up
you had to
earlier
leave extra
to like
early.
yeah, because it
Yeah.
was like a good half-hour walk. So
I don't know why theory has to be so early at like every school. Why?
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Just
Monster,
make it
yeah.
worse, even worse. And
Oral
it makes
theory is always the early class, right? And everybody
Yeah.
hates that.
7:38.
and like if
like-
you're doing sight singing, you're like
7:30?
have no voice yet. I remember the singers complaining about that. They'd be like, I don't have voice this early. Like
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I gotta save really quick, just in case we eat it and die, but we won't. But if I assume we won't and am cocky about it, I'll absolutely do something stupid. for that brass fanfare that totally means church.
Yeah.
I don't actually think we have anything to do in this town right now. I think we just move
Amen.
onward. What, Dana?
Matt in the chat put amen.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I actually prefer the nighttime harpsichord arrangement of this one.
Oh, I love that. Night
So
harpsichord.
good. Night harpsichord does it for me.
Met a traveler.
I mean, the violinist in me is like, oh, the baroqueness of this is so good.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, I see. Ah.
Oh, and this has
It
the
is an
solo
honor
in it.
to-
Remember they
Now,
added that little like violin
that
solo moment where it gets like
despicable
Vivaldi.
Yep.
Stolen from
Yeah.
us. Were you able to reach? Believe me, you will go forth.
All right, we have to go get the crown from the top of the next tower. which
Wait,
is
can we hear the
first-
violin solo again before you leave?
Yeah, I'll wait.
I think it's right after this, right?
Yep.
Harpsichord.
Il Re, the king. As if it weren't obvious we were in the Baroque.
Right.
We're gonna have the Italian up in here. It's so Vivaldi.
Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it.
You can tell that player's having the time of their life, too.
Oh my gosh. Like I've said, I need to like sit and just like, it's not that hard to work out, but like, you know, sit down and get it on my instrument because like I would also enjoy playing this.
Yeah, it's amazing. Of course you would enjoy playing it. It rules.
I've often said like, you know, not everybody can like everything. Everybody has their areas they don't like. And in general, I don't love the Baroque. I don't reach for it. I don't listen to it. But as a player, oh, I love playing it. It's so idiomatic. It just sits nice on the instrument. It's fun, you know. But I will never sit down and listen to it. Very rarely. So
That's me in like Hindbit and like weird 20th century stuff. I love playing 20th century weirdo stuff on the clarinet. Will never listen to it. Can't really play Baroque on the clarinet too much unless it's an arrangement. But
we recently
I
received
love
a letter
listening
from the
to
king of your nation.
I'm a Baroque listener.
I had hoped.
I
for
don't
some
even
as a
have
result of the
a violin
outpost
bow.
we
I
discharged
have
from
one,
the
but it's like a
however,
student one that's
the
like so
outpost will
cheap.
be open
It's
soon enough.
literally only if something horrible happened to my viola and I needed one like
Sounds like
in
those
a gig.
ruffians are in the tower to the northwest.
Yeah.
The one that's just over the
But
mountains.
I don't have a good
See,
violin
I
bow
saw
anymore.
it one.
Actually, the one that I replaced with this one was a carbon fiber and it shattered dramatically. So it was not fixable. So.
I'm trying to find a good screenshot that other people have taken because I want to make a wallpaper out of one of these beautiful images from this game.
Oh, I've got a good idea for one for you to do. Hold on. Let's get up in the tower.
You want to just do a screenshot for me? Because
Yeah.
I'd love it. Maybe if there's a little ocean. Maybe.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where we're going with this. The next tower, you can actually see the ocean from the tower now while you're climbing.
Oh, awesome.
So let's get over there.
That's funny though, Julian. I've actually played a lot of Hindemith. Relative to how much orchestral playing I ever did. Although I think my two, not weirdest, but like things that feel so familiar to me that I'm like, oh, everybody's played these, and then the more people I talk to, the more I realize
You're
that
like,
wasn't the
no.
case. Hold on, I'm having a brain fart. Ellen Hovanes. I've done a lot of Hovanes because I had an orchestra director in undergrad that was obsessed with him, and like I had no idea that he wasn't more well known. And such beautiful music. But then the other thing is I grew up with a piano teacher. My high school piano teacher was obsessed with Hinastera. And like, not the most uncommon thing, but a lot of pianists aren't schooled in it the way I was.
Yeah.
Like he used the 12 American Preludes as like, you know, I did one at a time and worked my way through the whole book, and lot of Hinastera. Where I remember talking to Will Gibbons at one point. He's like, I never played Hinastera. Like, what are you talking about?
Only in orchestra have I played Hinastera.
I'd love to do some orchestral
Sung Hinastera, but not played. But I can't remember what it was.
We all have a different.
Yeah, it's like you have things that, you know, obviously everybody has their own, like whatever youth orchestra they were in was able to play based on the instrumentation too. Like there's things I never got to really do any. I did a bit of Mahler 5, but I never did like a full Mahler. I was never in an ensemble that could support that.
Oh god, I love the clarinets and Mahler. I love like pointing them up to the sky as like a thing. E flat clarinet, the most apocalyptic.
Did you ever get to play?
Instrument.
I only ever did 5, so I never got to do like the other ones.
I only did
it was
Mahler
just
5.
like we didn't have the instrumentation for the later ones.
We had a big chunky orchestra that couldn't fit on the stage. We didn't have like weird Mahler stuff, but
that's fun. Yeah, that's
I was such a wind ensemble person, so I like got to college and I was like, why doesn't everyone know who like Philip Spark is? Like, who is this? Who is Sibelius?
See, my repertoire knowledge is so terrible because I'm like a German art song vocalist, and if it wasn't written for that repertoire or the Lutheran Church Baroque, I don't know it.
Yeah.
I have almost no experience as an orchestral player at all.
And a lot of our training's biased to it. A lot of musicology is biased to knowing the orchestral rap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
like that's
there's a big reason I failed my MA exam the first time I took it. And it was because it was just assumed that I had a lot of knowledge that had not been taught.
One of the days that I had to teach for 19th century last semester was on bands in the U.S. in the 19th century, and like the whole start of that marches and like that tradition. And the discussion questions were basically like, why isn't this in the textbook? And of course the kids were like really into that conversation, because a lot of them are it's a big choral vocal school, but a lot of them are also in band. It's like not a big orchestral school, not a lot of string players. So a lot of them were like really interested in that. That was a fun day too, because like, I know the basics. Most of what I know about marches comes from like ragtime, you know, like going back to the form and like, like I know some Sousa.
Yeah, no, this is a repeat of the Reeve music, I think, right?
You should come to my pop class next week.
Yeah, you're gonna talk about some
rags. We're talking about Sousa.
Hell yeah.
We're talking about orchestral music and opera.
Our local
and
classical station had the Sousa alarm at 7:15 a.m. that I used to wake up to. I was too late for high school because I had to wake up at 5:30. But later.
Were you on swim team or something? Why did you wake up at 5? Or where did you live far from the high school?
No, I lived so close, but I was the last to pick up on the bus because it was so close. And I didn't before I could drive, and my parents didn't drive me or anything, so I didn't have any friends either that were older. I talked to people and they're like, yeah, I just like got up. My friends would just drive me, and I'm like, well, that's great for you. Yes, wait. Yeah.
I love
the WRTI.
It's
Susan
nighttime.
Lauren. Hell yeah.
Ooh, I equipped a rousing ring.
Yes, you did, so you can't be put to sleep.
It's so pretty at night.
God, the phrases.
Oh,
I love the waterfall.
Oh, yes. Get it.
Where's Doug?
Doug is at Magfest. I know right where Doug is right now.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
He's at
They're all
Magfest.
They're
all
we are
at
not.
Magfest. We are not.
We'll go again someday. Soon, hopefully.
That would be nice. That would be fun. It feels like it's late this year, though.
It does feel
It
later
does feel a little
this
late.
year.
I would go anyway, though. And I'm going instead to VGMCon this spring. I'm really, really excited about that.
You
Just have
mentioned that to
figure
me,
out
and
marketing.
I was like, I can't even like conceive of that at the moment.
What, of going to VGM Con?
Like I was like, I need to get through Julianne's wedding before I can like have a brain about anything else.
Same.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not till April. It doesn't conflict with the wedding at all.
Where is it close? Where is it in relation to Nakvigum though? Am I gonna be like? I might.
It's like 2 weeks. Is it 2
Yeah,
weeks?
it's 2 weeks before Nakvigum.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where my head's at. Maybe not this year. I do want to go though.
I got a
Would be a
room with
good
nobody
thing.
in it. I'm just saying.
Wow. I've never heard of the Susan alarm. This is really interesting.
I agree.
So glad we're bonding over the Suzalor.
I'll be bringing up
I
in
love
class
that
next
so
week.
much.
Is there a particular Susan March that's like a good fit?
All of them, man. I guess. I don't know. I've played a little bit of Sousa because I never did marching band. But I loved.
That was
I
me.
did
I was the
hobo
marching
band.
band person.
I played soccer, so I couldn't, but I wanted to. But I was in it's called the hobo band. We did a lot of Sousa and like weirdo marches, and that was so fun. I love upper woodwind parts of marches where you're just like going ham. Oh, so good. I always felt bad for the horns, low horns stuff.
My favorite Susan March is the Washington Post.
Oh yeah.
And
We're gonna save again real quick. Then
I don't know if anybody in here will guess why, but if they do, it's probably going to be Matt if he knows what I'm talking about. The reason why is it's used in Back to the Future for re-electing Mayor Goldie Wilson.
Funny.
So
Alright, folks, I gotta tap out for the night. It's I'm turning into a pumpkin. But you all keep going, and I will see
A
you all
Joskin de Prey pumpkin. A Joskin.
one pumpkin.
All right.
Just can.
See you all.
Yay.
We'll see you, Karen.
Yay.
Bye, folks.
Oh, I lost the game sound when Karen left. Oh, there we
No,
go.
I
it just
You were
keeps-
blocked out
adjusting.
because now when people leave, I don't leave your faces frozen on the stream in embarrassment anymore. I take.
That's
in
nice.
embarrassment.
The Joskin, yeah, that's right, he's gonna be mayor. Mayor, I like the sound of that.
All right, let's get that
see,
thing first. I
Matt,
see a
Matt's got
shiny
me.
thing.
The Joskin pumpkin is Karen once did the most amazing like jack-o'-lantern of Joskin de Prey. And
Yes.
it's my favorite thing ever. And she will always post the picture again at that time of year, and it makes me so
Yeah. Putrefido.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him. Ooh.
Ooh, 31
Iller
damage
pillar.
is not good. We gotta heal Dana here.
Oh. What's the cumulus? What is this? He has a funny name. What is it? Iller pillar.
Iller pillar and the cumulus.
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 Cumulus, yeah.
Yeah. Cumulus. He mauls us. Usually, it's normally a nimbus cloud that is the right.
Yeah, usually the Nimbus is a little
Cumulonimbus.
angrier.
Yeah. Oh, good. A group of 4 enemies is actually much easier for us to fight right now because Streamy and Karen will hit all 4.
Oh yeah, I keep needing to listen.
Oh, right. We keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Next combat.
It's definitely simplified. I can't hear it so well enough to tell what.
Well, the sound effects are interfering too, so let me
I hear
actually
it.
be
I
good
hear
about
it
it.
more like. I hear it more like da 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 da. Like it's not jumping.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Here
the
we go.
next
Here we go.
Battle. They're
I think
mostly
it's put
hitting
into the
those first
winds,
notes.
and it's just every beat. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're mostly just hitting those.
Are they also supported by like a flute?
I think so.
Yes,
You can do more of that.
And like, yeah, they can do those runs because those are scalar.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an
Yeah,
absolutely killer
that's it.
arrangement.
It's flute and strings, but strings are not playing all those pitches. They're basically
Yeah.
playing what Ryan was originally suggesting would be like the upper divisi, like the first of every two.
Yep.
And it sounds like flute might be filling it in, but I can't tell for sure.
Well, I'm gonna grab a screenshot of right here for Julian.
Oh
Look at
yeah,
this.
I just like turned and I was like, ooh, before you even said that.
Oh look,
Ooh.
it just changed to the perfect sunset moment for you too.
Sunset.
I thought it was a little bit of a Kefka moment at first. I was a little nervous, but if it's just sunset, then I'm okay.
All
Little
right, I got that for you. I'll
little
send it
bit of one
after.
of these.
Little die.
That was
Die,
absolute
die.
perfection. I couldn't
That's
have
the
asked
wall.
for a better screenshot than that.
Thank you.
Good
You're
one.
welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming this with Folkwise, y'all.
Nice.
No,
This
when?
is what they asked me to stream with them, and I was like, y'all, I have transcriptions. So that's one of the reasons I'm not gonna bring too many of them up here. Is that I'm gonna.
Oh, you're saving them for another
Saving the good
stream?
stuff
How
for-
dare!
right? Cheating on
Okay.
us here.
Well, I had started them thinking like, oh, we'll do this whole game at some point, the original, and now we have this one. It's great.
Honestly,
So,
I'm
yeah.
having a blast with this. I could do this whole game.
I would be into that.
It's so pretty and,
And like
sounds so
broken up with
cool.
other things, so we don't run into the like FF7 problem.
Right. Though this game is not as long as that. Like, we
That's
know
true.
it is not.
Yeah.
Right, this is the
this
first real, what I would describe as, like, I don't want to say hard dungeon, because we're not going to die.
Look at that spiral staircase in the back. So cool. The depth of field here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the combat stuff here is incredible.
Scorn it. Crabbit. Vladdy. What the heck?
Yeah, this was one we were like, let's do more of this one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny. I like to myself, I'm never gonna live it down. That I like didn't have much reaction before stream when Ryan was like, we're gonna do. I don't know if I just didn't hear him say it was the remake of 3, but like in my head it was some Dragon Quest that I hadn't played, and I was like, oh, that'll be cool. But like I was not, I was not properly hyped.
Yeah,
So
I feel
then-
like you're the most passionate of us about this one now.
Then when I realized what it was, I was like, oh,
Wait a minute.
it's this one. I was very excited. So,
Alright.
full strings. Robin Hood.
Yep. And unfortunately
Gosh.
for our particular timing, like, we have to get every box. That's the way Japanese role-playing games work. I'm sorry.
Unless you're Joe and you don't check the
Yeah.
clocks for an elixir.
No,
And
in,
yet-
in this game, if you don't get the equipment, you will become behind, though. It's not. It actually is a
Yeah.
matter of efficiency to do that here.
Yeah.
Every couple has to have something that they argue about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
true.
checking the clocks. It's a pretty big deal,
Oh my god.
but I know you guys.
We were still dating too.
We're
Like
strong
I
through
had
that.
time to like
Stop
reconsider.
to reconsider.
Kept it spicy. What can I say?
Yeah,
It was hard to watch him play 6 actually because it was like he did.
yeah.
It wasn't just that. There was also it was interesting too. But it was like he realized so early like how broken some of the rages were. So like Grau was like main party for him, and I was like, what
Yeah.
are you doing, man? Like who puts Gao in their main party?
I do.
know.
He's incredibly good if you know
Because-
exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, because you're a stats guy and you know how broken the rages are. Like as a kid, I
But
didn't know
What I'll
that.
say is,
As a kid, I had no idea.
without trying to say that I'm smarter than Joe, because I'm absolutely not, that's just a game I know everything about. A new player is probably not good with Gao. I'm surprised that he chose Gao. For like
Yeah,
a new
he got
player
really
experience.
into the rages there. But yeah, his whole party was like people that I would pick, and I was just like, this is so weird.
Who's like endgame for you, like as a kid? Like mine, I always had Tara because Tara was named Julie for me. I was always Tara.
Yeah.
She's always the strongest, and she had Ragnarok as her sword, and like was great. And then who else would I definitely had Edgar. I loved the machine stuff.
I loved the machine stuff too. I usually had Edgar.
Yeah.
So there's actually a correct answer to this type of question. You all know.
Narratively, you mean?
No, statistically.
Oh, okay.
Narratively,
it's absolutely not what I picked.
narratively,
That's not
I think
what I
if you're going to argue for a correct answer, you have to argue for the two leading ladies plus whoever. That's the correct answer.
I always have the two leading ladies. I would usually have Locke learn just about every spell, and so he was often.
Oh no, I'm dead. No.
Pretty early on.
You died? Oh, you're dead. That's fine.
Oh my gosh, that's a casket. I don't think I've noticed somebody die yet, or maybe you haven't had it happen yet, but I did not know.
We haven't had it happen yet here, no.
They just lay there in a casket. That's awful.
Yes, and now they're going to be in an annoying casket that follows us around, too.
What? I want to see it. That's so good. Wait, is that original to the game? Like, is that from the original?
In the original, you have to go back to town and, like, get a cleric to, like, heal you for a lot of money.
So you don't have a casket following you?
I don't think so. I think they just follow you.
This is intense.
I love it. You just have, this is excellent.
I don't love this. I'm tempted
It
to
must
go
be on
fly
wheels.
back.
Like, how on earth?
Yeah.
There ain't pallbearers. Like, that's got to be on wheels,
Yeah.
right? And then they're, like, dragging it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to fly back and revive me, because it's going to take a lot longer without a wizard, honestly.
Yeah.
Excellent times.
Sorry, everybody.
Yes.
What's wrong with ass-a-ram?
Ass-a-ram.
I fail to see the problem.
Can't trust Americans, if anything.
It's true. Pac-Man is because you can't trust Americans, right?
It's true. So much.
The cumulus cloud has to die. There we go.
They really just dissipate, right? I have not seen most of Always Sunny. I actually can't stand the people, and I know that's the point, but
Yeah, you're not supposed to like them. They're not good people,
I know you're not
right?
supposed to like them, but like I can't get over that enough to watch
That's not like
it.
a kind of humor. Yeah, I don't. It's hard for me to watch either cringe humor or like humor where you're supposed to. So I watch clips because some clips are great.
Right. I've seen
But
the
I
clips.
can't
And
watch the show.
Do I quote the "Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?"
That
all the
is
time? Yes.
an excellent. Yes.
Oh yeah, BoJack. I watched all of BoJack with Joe, but like it was hard.
BoJack was hard.
BoJack,
But BoJack
really
was
hit.
real. BoJack
Yeah.
was so real, and I was like, wait, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
But it had some real good jokes. Where like wordplay, a lot of wordplay jokes, which
Like
I love.
just give me Bob's Burgers, man. Let me hear the burger of the day. Like
Now I never watched Bob's Burgers, but I've seen like 5 episodes or something.
I haven't
But
seen
didn't
all of it, but I love it.
Oh my gosh, quit calling for backup. Stupid ass crabs.
Fungool.
Fungool. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
fungool is dead now. The crabs are going to die.
Vafangool. All right.
Alright. We got this now. There we go.
Yeah, and a different instrumentation, I would have slipped in like the classic, like Tarantella Napolitana or whatever it is. The
Yes.
as like in the not recessional obviously, but like postlude.
Yeah.
I would have slipped it in. But it was not going to work on organ, horn, and violin. Like, not quite the vibe. Give me an accordion and violin, and I can make that work.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, let's warp. We'll revive me, and then we'll warp back. It's worth the double wing. The casket following you is objectively very funny.
It's great. We love some horn fifths over here.
Yeah, little pastoral.
Little pastoral.
Wait, where's Joe?
Where's
pastoral.
Joe?
Drink.
Drink. Aww.
The madness of George III is the madness of King George because they knew we would have thought of it as part of trilogy. So funny.
That is great.
That's such a good story.
Sure. Where are the other two? Oh my god.
Oh, it's so cute at night.
It is super cute at night time.
The little shrills too.
Bless you.
Thank
I love
you.
talking about like what makes it night, what makes day day, and what makes night night.
Because it's a music. It's like a music box lullaby.
Little lullaby. A little quieter.
All right, there's no shop at nighttime. Ha ha ha. All right.
That's such an interesting.
I don't
like,
think they're muted, but they
chorus.
could be. I think they're just playing softly, as opposed to muted. But that would certainly work for the vibe. Also, the vibe is here.
Yeah.
Vibraphone.
Vibe. Oh. La 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 la.
Yeah, the knights that you fight in the tower in particular,
Yeah,
are a real
definitely.
difficulty jump. I'm gonna see if I can afford an item quick, and if I can't, we'll just brute force it. I have the damage output. It's about the defense. Of course, I can't equip that particular shield.
I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna learn clarinet again because I feel like I haven't done too long. I have no skills. I'm
I'll
gonna play
it
this
with you. I'll do an arrangement. It's too late for the Nakvigum concert, but we'll just learn it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get some reads by them.
Yeah, this is about as good of defense as like a wizard character can have. Wizards are just going to die out there. It's fine.
The great thing about having fake flowers at your wedding is that you can have your bouquet forever. By the way.
Yeah. One of my that's a bridesmaid bouquet right there.
Hell yeah.
It's one
Wait,
of
did
mine.
you have fake flowers at your wedding?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, wait, did I know that? I don't think I knew that.
I thought I told you that because when we were talking about stuff.
It might have just fell into my like wedding brain and underneath the goop and the glop.
It was. I think because we were talking about like winter wedding, like it's so
Yeah.
expensive to fly stuff in, like 'cause that's what you have to do. I mean, like there's so little available even with greenhouses at this time of year that isn't like flown from some massive distance. So.
And mine was really allergies. Like I thought in the end I was like, man, maybe I'm not that allergic. And then I walked into my grandmother's house and she had a bunch of real flowers, and I immediately was like a cat. I just like had to leave. And I was like, no, this was a good choice. And they did a good job. Like I felt when they delivered the bouquets to my parents' house, I felt like I could smell them. Like I smelled flowers. It was so good.
Yeah, they were so beautiful. And I told you how, well, you probably saw the picture. I saw your bouquet in the wild, but you weren't there.
Yeah. It was like hanging out in that like overpass or whatever when they were about to
Because
take
Karen's room was up
pictures.
that way, and I was helping her
Okay.
get settled in. I was helping her like carry stuff. And we saw it, and we're like, that's got to be Julianne's bouquet, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like went up and got a picture of it.
They came to the room and they're like, we're gonna take some of your stuff in your dress.
Yeah,
and
so
we're
they
gonna
could like
start
do the detail shots.
take
yeah.
it to the light and do all those detail photos. So
Yeah, they'll
Nice.
hang it from cool places and like in doorways, and
And like I was like, I don't really want a dress photo, but take whatever you need, you know?
Yeah.
The thing about a dress photo with sleeves is that it looks more like a ghost.
It does look like
Because it's just like hanging there.
Nice.
Which I kind of love a little bit, but it's not your normal dress photo.
Right.
Miss Havisham.
Your dress was so cool.
Thank you. It was so not what I thought I would pick. I was between two completely different. One was very sleek. It was still long sleeves, but it was just like
I would have imagined you in that, like
formal and classy and.
If you had asked us to pick like something for you, I would have guessed that you would go with something more like of a column, maybe with a little flare at the bottom, but like very
almost
sophisticated.
sheep-like.
Yeah.
And I was between the two, and it's like, well, this fluffy
I'm so
one,
happy
like
you
I'll
went with the
never
fluff.
wear something like this ever again, and
Yeah.
I'm glad I did do that. Yeah.
And the sleeve.
Yeah, the bishop sleeve is very
Sleeve
cool.
moment.
The bishop sleeve. Ugh.
Magic.
All right, yeah, the restless armor is what really have to go absolutely immediately.
And yeah, I don't know how everybody else is doing, but like so far so good here in terms of like not catching things on the plane.
We got sick this week, but it's unrelated to the wedding. We think.
Yeah.
It's also January.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot believe we're okay. I cannot, like, because we obviously hugged and kissed everybody.
I didn't kiss you.
Yeah, I didn't kiss you.
What the heck?
Well, I
Right?
mean,
Missed
we
opportunity,
as a
clearly.
concept,
We as a concept.
I,
Royally.
hugged.
Yeah, look, I just learned bang.
You did hug people.
And
Yes.
Was
clearly,
a lot for you.
we did not
Yes,
put
that
any
was
of
my
to
kissing.
use.
Yeah.
I bet you had to really steel yourself up for that too. My favorite, I'm just gonna tell this story. I don't think it's too embarrassing, but my favorite thing
Okay.
Julianne said to me after the wedding was basically like the right after. It was like I went up to my room and I ordered a hoagie.
Yes.
Yes, that was
It
incredible.
was hoagie
I was
time.
like, that is so on brand for the bride to have hoagie time.
Yeah.
It was 12:30 a.m. and Neil was like, "Look, there's friends down there in the like tap room, and I want you to come with me, and we'll just say hi." And I'm like, "I can't.
It won't just be high either. Like it never is.
It never
Right.
is, and I'm so sorry, but I'm done, and I'm gonna order a hoagie and like lay down." And it was
Did
so
you have it
good.
like just delivered to you? Like
Yeah, in the room, I said extra tip if you bring it to my room.
nice.
And I did. I gave him extra tip.
Yeah, I knew sure you would appreciate
That's
that.
awesome.
It was hoagie time at 12:30. It came at like 1:30 a.m. and I ate,
Yeah.
and it was like a full size by accident. I wanted to order a mini one. I ate
No,
the
you
whole
didn't.
thing.
The full size is correct.
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
Full size was the correct choice, and I
That's
ate
the
the
correct choice.
whole thing by myself, and it was just, I felt good after. I did not feel gross. I was like, good night.
Good night.
Best wedding ever.
Yeah, honestly, I love it. Well, and the other
Nice.
fun thing is,
Yeah.
I hit a lot of Easter eggs in the Prelude music that I knew Ryan collected most of them because there was a lot of video game stuff.
Yes,
but
yes, I did.
Ryan like knew everything. But my favorite one that I hid was I wanted to have like an old, new, borrowed, and blue theme for the Prelude, and so old like was like the Haydn stuff. The new was a lot of the video game music. The borrowed is I actually put two pieces that I had used for my own wedding, did new arrangements of them for this instrumentation. So like she was borrowing them from my wedding,
Nice.
which were also old because they were Claudine de Sermacy, so they were pretty old. But the blue though, I decided to do Blue Orchids by Hoagie Carmichael, so it could also be Secret
Oh
Hoagie
yes.
time.
Oh yes. Because I was like, what's the blue? I forget because I haven't listened to the prelude yet. Oh yeah.
Secret Hoagie time! And
Yes.
when I told the organist that, he cackled so hard. 'Cause he was like, this is such an outlier with the rest of them, and I had to try to unjazz it a little bit because like I didn't like the vibe of
Yeah.
the heavy jazz chords. So
Yeah.
Right.
my original, I actually did a totally new arrangement of it so I could simplify the harmony because the one I had was just too jazzy, and I was like not enjoying my simplification of it. So I did a totally different one where I had much simpler chords, and I kept it really straightforward. But I was like, yeah, this one's in here just because we need the Hoagie time
Hoagie time.
and a something blue.
And something blue. I love that. I was like bragging about. I'm like, Well, the thing isn't going to be in the music, actually. Like, that's... and my mother-in-law and my mother really loved that idea.
Yeah, that's fun. Did you have those things? Did you do?
Oh, like
rhyme?
physically?
Yeah.
Yes, because I had, like, incidentally, I like at the end I was like, wait a minute, because I had some handkerchiefs that were both like borrowed and one had blue in it, and then I had my grandmother's earrings and yeah, so a bunch of stuff. Oh, my aunt, let me get this. Okay, I don't know if I could take it out of here. She made me a handkerchief of like she
Of the annul.
yeah, she hand stitched this without a pattern. She just did it, and she's like not. She's just amazing. She's just confused. She's one of those artsy people that just does stuff, you know.
That's
And
so cool.
on a handkerchief, and it was so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
She made 2 of us, so Neil could have one too.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
And I love it so much.
I am obsessed with that logo
The
monogram that
little
you designed.
monogram
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So I was so happy that, and she loved. She's like, I read your whole website. I love every part of it, and I'm like, because my other aunts are like, nobody reads the website. You gotta tell us. I'm like,
Oh no, I read the whole thing.
Thank you. And then my Aunt Julie is like, she's my namesake, Aunt Julie. She's like, I read the whole thing. I love the lizard. I was like, thank you.
Nice.
Oh, an owl, yeah.
An owl. Yeah. So Julianne and Neil, they have their son.
My son, Bubba. I hope he's okay.
An old would like hang out on the pothos plant that is on their porch and like would sleep in the same spot every night. And so Julianne started posting an Instagram like story, almost not every night, but like pretty frequently,
night,
where
though.
it would just be a picture of the lizard and it would say good night. And I would like wait for the lizard to tuck me in. You know what I mean? Like I love every single one of those. I've gone through the story highlight and re-loved anything I missed. Like I watch it all the time.
I appreciate that so much.
I'm so into it. And then a female one, an old
Female one came, Bubbalita.
and they keep their distance because they're pretty territorial, but like they've decided, no, we're both okay on this. Like,
On the same
so we have
plan.
Bubbalita. So Julianne worked them into the design. So of like the I keep forgetting the word monogram. The monogram.
Basically monogram, yeah, because J and N, and it has like a little design with a leaf with a lizard on it. That's I just traced a picture I took of that lizard, Bubba.
That's so cute.
And
then your now mother-in-law decorating for the rehearsal dinner had little lizard charms like everywhere on the tables and stuff. It was so cute.
Hi,
Darth Plagueis. Hi from Megfest.
Hello. Oh yeah.
Have
What is
fun.
it? Thursday already. Oh, please tell us everything about it.
Yeah.
Also,
Stream Karen.
Stream
Darth
Karen did
Plagueis,
fall in battle.
We will play you, because I know that you walked to Jupiter also. We'll play you the organ recording.
Oh my gosh, yes.
After Megfest.
I didn't know other people that did Jupiter, so high five for people that did that.
I've done it for Prelude when they want classical a bunch, but I don't know how many people I've. Actually, one of the violists I play with regularly walked to it as well, because that was a big thing. She did all classical as well, so
yeah.
But I think she had a string trio at hers, and it was like down in Cincinnati. I didn't play it or anything,
Right,
but
here we're gonna have boss music for the first
You
time.
don't give up, do you?
finally met Arrow and Nuge.
Well, if you want a piece
Aw.
of me, let's go.
Yay! I've actually not met Nuge in person. That'll happen at VGMCon. I'm really
Yeah.
excited for that.
Yeah, same. That's so fun.
Oh,
yeah,
Just
so
the
the
normal
lizards are
boss music.
amazing.
I really thought that.
Who
This would
who
be
did the
boss.
I know I keep talking about wedding stuff because you
It's-
know
I was like-
I'm basking like a lizard in it.
Me too. I was like lizard basks.
Who did the family crest that was displayed at your rehearsal dinner?
That
Who
was
made that for you?
my mother-in-law's idea, but her friend that I had not met until that night, just like not her friend, her sister-in-law, like uncle, whatever, just artistically made it. She's
So
sort of
cool.
artistic, and she made it, and I was like, what? And so we have it up now.
Yeah,
displayed.
they like at the rehearsal dinner there was this like unbelievable like family crest clearly designed like as a wedding gift to them. Like it was just prominently displayed on a table. I was like, this is amazing.
that was so sweet. Like, one thing about my mother-in-law is she's like so thoughtful in that way. Kind of reminds me of you in a lot of ways, Dana. Like the little things that she'll put, like the lizards on the table and stuff like that. She made like a beach thing because she knows I love the beach and like all this little stuff. And I'm like, you know, the thing about the lizards is that really actually combines me and Neil because we're both weirdos who like think lizards are adorable and like.
Yeah. I love your lizard friend.
I appreciate that.
Like I said, I go back and watch because you have a story highlight of them too, and like I go back and look at them from them to time.
And it's like too cold.
Because they don't hit your regular
all
grid.
Yes. And they're all, it's all too cold here. Obviously it's snowing. I'm a little bit worried for them, but they brumate. So brumating is not hibernating. They just like go and they like go under stuff and they kind of cuddle sometimes. And they just kind of slow their metabolisms and like.
Sorry.
So you'll sometimes like find them and they'll be like frozen and confused and they'll love you in the winter because they find the heat of your hand. So they'll like fall asleep on your hand. So I try not to like, I don't want to disturb them from their thing, but like I would like that to happen to me.
I would
yeah, so hopefully in a month or so we'll see them again. But
it'd be really funny if you
really
could like
cold.
build them like little beds and then like convince them somehow to actually sleep in them. Like how ridiculous would that be?
That'd be amazing.
I think I might die. I think that just might be my life's work actually. If I'm gonna live here, man, gotta make the most of it.
I think we have a plan. But yeah, it was really like the crust was so cool, and I knew that like there were components I didn't know the symbolism behind. Like I didn't know why the seashell was there, but I figured it was Neil's side somehow.
I think that's my side.
Really?
Karen, my mother-in-law, not our Karen, was like, you know, I'm realizing this is probably mostly Julianne's side. Because I had like a tomato, which is clearly Grasso, and then also like a shell, and I was like, is that Neil?
Right.
But no,
I
but
assumed
like
it was Neil because I figured the tomato
I'm the
was
beach
you.
girl. Yeah, the tomato's me, and the beach. I love the beach. He doesn't. He's not a beach person, so I'm like, all right. This family was made by me.
We haven't heard the boss theme yet, have we?
That did not play
Yeah,
the
where's
boss
the
theme.
boss?
Interesting.
So,
I was expecting
and that was a boss?
because that was Robin Hood.
Yeah, it was
Robin
Robin
Hood.
Hood.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
And it should have done the boss theme in my mind, but it did not.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Because obviously we've been going off on a thing, but it's been the same music, so I haven't had my wait a minute.
Right. And I don't think you have to fight him again. That was already like pretty hard.
All right, it's a fair cop. I'll
That's
give the
weird.
Poxy crown back.
I'll give the
Are they
Poxy crown back.
saving boss music for something else, or?
Cheers, ears.
Surprising.
Cheers, ears.
Adorable.
Would you Adam and Eve? We're free, boss. Just need to find somewhere to lay.
Is this? Did they just use Cockney rhyming slang?
Yes, they did.
The bandito.
Sorry.
Bandito.
And don't worry, the Italians are going to come arrest the Brits now.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Think that's so cute,
Usually it's
boss.
the
I
opposite.
think that's our cue, boss.
Brains. You're a saint, though. Be lucky, eh? Shut up.
So cartoony. It's perfect. Amazing.
Ooh, I love the
Mi
little.
perdoni.
They fled before we could capture them.
Oh my gosh, the accent.
I see. Well, at least the crown is in safe hands. Ire will be most pleased.
I love it.
Hero of Aliahan,
Yore.
your hand knows
Aliahan.
most vital in
Aliahan.
securing the crown. Please
Vitali.
deliver it to our king yourself. He will want to thank you.
You mean it's not Elia
personally, and I'm
hand?
sure the outpost will be
Liar
open.
ham.
But, Commendatore, that is not enough.
Commendatore.
Mandatory is such
What is this, a
See,
Mozart
how
opera?
could
I know.
forget?
What are we doing?
Even once the
Si,
outpost
si,
reopens, you will need the
I mean,
chiave
magic
magica.
key, magic flute. We're
magic
close.
That's
When
right.
possible,
Chiave
I would
magica.
love nothing more than to hand it to you myself as your reward. It is just, well, I'm unsure as to its location.
A scoundrel.
Yep. Don't
Actually,
have the magic.
I have heard it is hidden in the desert to the south.
Yep.
Within
We're going
the
to the
Great
desert
Pyramid.
next.
Oh, wait. We're gonna hear it
I
tonight?
Now,
Are we
I
gonna
think
hear it?
so.
I must return to the best of luck looking for the key.
I have to go take this
that one,
crown back.
I would show you my transcription of that one because I already did it and it's already in print.
So what's funny is you can sell the king's crown, by the way.
Yes.
We're not going to do that.
I believe you can do that in the original too.
You can also equip it, and it's good, right? It's better than what you have.
Dang. I know what the Japanese.
Yeah, what the Japanese version for the rhyming
for the
slang.
Yeah.
Good question. Well, Cockney. I feel like usually they just do accents from different parts of Japan to kind of like indicate that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they just don't do a slang thing. Because that is very specific.
Yeah. From this point forward, by the way, your main character just knows Zoom, and you can like teleport around wherever. I don't know if that was true in the original game or not.
Oh, Zoom. Of course, our stream team knows Zoom. I mean, I guess we know Skype. Skype sounds more like a actual thing that you could fight with and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Can it really
I don't remember off the top of my. I want to say it's the Kansai dialect that often gets used to kind of mark difference. And like I feel like I don't pay a ton of attention when Joe's watching anime because I have a bit of an anime allergy, but like they'll use a Kansai dialect in the original Japanese and then it will get like dubbed with like a southern accent or something. So like there will be like a difference. I want to say that's the one.
So? You do not like it. It will be no good you changing your mind later on. This is the only chance you will ever
okay.
have.
Thanks for backing me. I was like, what's that, right? Yeah. And that's meant to be like the funny accent.
And I will abdicate immediately in your favor.
Dun, dun,
Oh, this is one of those
immediately
game situations you have to say yes, isn't it?
Do you want to be the king? And you can't say no. Try saying no.
You are stubborn, but not one bit as stubborn as I. Assent, and I will abdicate.
Yeah, see, I think you have to say yes.
You can keep saying no, and he just keeps pressuring you until you say yes. So.
You will do it? You will become king in my place.
I love this, though. It's like so not the normal JRPG thing. Like, you actually have to become king, and then you have to, like, be done with it. You have to convince him to take the throne back, right?
Cannot become king.
Oh, but now... Could you choose your gender in the NES game?
No.
So this is new.
Yeah.
Hell
Lady cannot become king, but queen on the other hand.
Nice.
There must always be a first. Look at you being hatchet set up in here. As we almost head to the desert.
Woman or not, it was you who defeated Robin Hood. A victory
Robin
worthy
Hood.
of a mighty
The speech is great.
Very well. It shall be so. A queen is born. Long live the queen. Viva la regina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
La Regina. Oh my gosh, look at your dress.
Yes.
So cute. With your like anime boy hair though.
Right.
Going on here.
Just thank you for acquiescing to the king's eccentric demands.
I'm well aware that you're on an important mission of your own.
He shirked his duties to go and watch them on. So he abdicates all the time, is what you're saying.
Queen Streamy.
My husband, the previous king, was a good leader. Oh, I want you to sing.
Yeah, I don't have a tune that's coming to mind.
No, I don't. I mean the voice actor, but also, yeah, if you could sing it to tune, that would be lovely. I like how you're like holding your skirts while you walk. See, protezione.
Yeah.
The Italian's killing me in this. So good.
All right, we can't be queen for long though. We actually have to have a game
Aww.
You can't really do much but wander around, so you don't get to like repeal laws or anything.
to play. Right.
Dang it.
Dang it.
Burnt.
Oh yeah, try to leave town, my brother says,
Oh,
before
sure.
you do this. We must ask.
Yep. The monarch cannot leave.
Yeah.
I think the monarch should get a discount at the shop.
In the original, I swear. No, I'm thinking of Edgar in
Edgar does get a discount at the shop. If Edgar's
where
leaving,
they're like, I can't take your money. He's like, shut up and take it.
yeah, Edgar actually gets discounts at 3 or 4 different shops.
Yeah.
Because in Figaro Castle and in South Figaro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're like, I don't want to take your money.
Edgar.
Oh my gosh, it's a Playboy bunny.
It's
Ciao,
totally a
signora.
Playboy bunny.
You appear to be very wealthy
Per favore.
indeed. Per favore. What an honor. Gotta have that, like, slight breathiness
Yep.
for the Marilyn Monroe of it all. Can't allow the queen to hurt. That's why he had to abdicate.
Okay.
What in the goddess's name are you wearing? Love it.
Where's the
It's a
king?
12-bar blues.
It's a
5.
12 bar and I gotta do the thing and then we do the turn around blues.
Being a commoner is more fun than I had ever imagined.
Oh, nice. A little extra grooviness. This is no Johnny C. Bad.
No.
No.
Johnny B. Goody Two Shoes.
Yeah.
It sounded a bit like a high schooler. Like it wasn't. It was too locked in, you know.
It was
a little
commoner. It's common shit. It's not fit for
They
we're
could
going.
play it, and they were playing it accurately. But was it capturing?
There's no soul.
Capturing the jazz of it all? I don't know.
No.
It was also
Alright.
like soft too. They were not like hammering
So
it out.
it's 10:50. Do we want to run to the desert and hear it tonight, or do you want to save it for next time, Dana?
Oh.
I vote to savor it for next time, so Dana has
And,
like.
and if it's the
time
first thing we do
to-
next week, then Karen would get to hear it too. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
That will
So we
also
have
let
time
me
for their-
grind a bunch, so we can actually do the
Oh,
dungeons.
yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, well.
I'm not secretly away next week. Yes. No, I'm good.
Are you good?
I'm like, I don't know my schedule. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Let's say we're not going to continue then. We don't intend to continue.
Sorry.
We can play Darth Plagueis, even though everyone already heard it already.
I'll send it to Darth Plague onto one other
Perfect.
person who specifically asked if she could hear it.
Nice.
Yay.
It's Purple Shallow, the piano player, by the way, who
Right.
wants to hear it. I'll send it to both of them after MagFest when they have other things to worry about. And
Yeah.
speaking of our friends at MagFest, if any of you hear Disco Cactus play at MagFest and want to hear more, I've got an hour-long interview with them that is airing this Monday night on Source Coda.
You have to like text me so that I always get to. I miss Doug's stream all the time, and I have a calendar alert on Doug's stream. So like right when it's about to happen, like bother me to do
I'll
it.
just text you.
Drop the link, like text me, like seriously, like in my face, like it's gonna start in 1 minute, and I will pull it up because I don't want to miss this one. I don't want to miss any of them, but like it seems like Josephine always like needs something, and then I just don't remember, you know.
Yeah, I actually feel really bad. I missed my own radio show this past week.
Because you were
I
on
mean,
Doug's
you're
stream,
just
or
too good.
No, because I was packing and getting ready
Still
to
traveling,
drive
right?
to Princeton. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of my last week, and I do understand that Julianne owns this entirely and had a lot more worrying, but like all of last week was me worrying and like puddling around, making sure we got to the wedding. That's the only thing I did last week.
Yeah.
I appreciate it muchly.
That's a lot of driving.
It's a lot of work to drive that far in the winter
drive
times.
the drive there
with
was actually super
children.
pleasant, and on the drive back, like
Oof.
the drive back, we got to Cleveland about, I don't know, 24 hours after I wanted to, And
Yeah.
I gave Dana a quick hug when I dropped off her booze from Karen.
Well, because I was teaching. Yeah,
Yes,
I
and I
could
was
only
like-
hop out for a second.
I didn't want to like upset Julian, but I actually did think we were going to die for about 15 minutes in there. It was awful.
Everyone who went like straight west after it had like some sort of nightmarish thing, and I feel so bad. I mean, it's the hazards of a January
Now,
wedding.
did everybody
but...
make it out safely though? I haven't heard anybody else of the wedding
Yeah,
attendees that had
there's
problems.
no.
So.
I mean, no one's told me anything else, but like, you know,
Good.
Yeah.
just
It shouldn't bother you with that.
most people like, you know, they either like stopped and made the journey a little longer, or their flights were delayed, you know, and that kind of thing. Versus
Yeah, we were able to take care of that with us.
Yeah.
That's right. You and
my
Sarah's
biggest thing
flights got canceled.
Yeah, and we got the notification at the reception. They were like, we're gonna put you on the 5:30 flight, and the snow was supposed to start at 1:50, so our flight was canceled. And it was like, well, if it's gonna snow so hard, why would 5:30 be any better? And it did, I think, get pretty heavily delayed. So we booked for one that left in the morning before that would happen. So it meant having to skip breakfast with everybody. But you know, we got home way earlier than we would have. So we were very happy about that. And my biggest thing was just I had never flown with my violin, so like that was my big unknown quantity this whole thing. So everyone
did that go
so
okay?
Nice.
Like
Everybody was so nice. Security was really nice about like what way does it need to like sit, you know, in the machine, like you know.
I had
they
meant
didn't
to
make
offer
me take
and
it
I
out.
forgot. I had meant to offer to drive it back if you had problems with it on the way there.
Oh,
but it had worked out fine, so I didn't even think to say
once
anything.
it was there, I mean, not that I wanted something to happen on the way home, but it was like as long as it gets there and I do the wet, like then if I have a little bit of a trouble on the way home, but I knew that wasn't going to be a big issue. But then I would just go to the gate agent and be like, I've never flown with this before, like what do I need to do? And they were very, very chill. But that was good to know. Like I had friends telling me which airlines to like go with that they had better experiences with. So like I made sure to buy our flights based on that. So
yeah, not Spirit Airlines.
Not Spirit. No.
Spirit Airlines will stick you in Vegas for 12 hours.
Oh.
I hated it. I've never wanted to set foot in Vegas, and then we got stuck there, and they had already messed around with like our travel details like multiple times. I was so
and we actually tried to book seats next to each other on both the flights there and the way back, and they fucked it up both times.
They didn't even do that.
Everything about it was bad. Everything about it was wrong. Spirited Far Away. Yeah, not the good Spirited Away.
No.
But yeah, we flew United this time, and they were very kind.
They were good
with everything. So it was so magical, and I don't know. Thank you for letting me do it. It was cool.
I'm so glad that
it was cool to get to do it.
So good.
I was so honored and
really good. I think that's probably the best wedding gift you're ever going to give anybody. Just putting it out there.
I mean, I've never done anything. It's generally been like in my home turf where I've done weddings for friends, but it's been like string quartet stuff that I already like have such a huge repertoire for. So doing everything custom like this, I've only done, well, actually the two I did last year were fairly custom because the one for Megan and Pearson had a lot of like requests that were things I didn't have, but like it was still for string quartet. So that was kind of special to just like test my metal a little bit and like play around with that and try to think about like balancing and texture and like things that I normally don't have to worry about because like in a string quartet I don't really think that hard about it, but it was really fun. It was indulgent of me. It was
great. I loved it.
Yeah, it was fantastic. All right, we're gonna let everybody go 6 minutes early, like a good professor, right? And
not like me. Yesterday, I went a couple minutes over in the medieval, and that you could tell they like didn't want to speak up, and then finally one of them was like, "Professor, class ended," you know, kind of like over chat in the Zoom, and it was because I was jamming out to Periton, like Organum Quadruplum, like the first polyphony that ever existed, you know. We were doing Leonin and Periton. We did Leonin, it was fine. Then we get to Periton, and I was like just jamming. I was like, this is so fun. And then I was like, I'm so sorry I kept you over. I just like, I lost track of. I haven't listened to this in a while, and it's a bop.
I always lie to my students. I'm like, don't worry, we're going to get through this. We'll get everybody out of here 10-15 minutes early because of the weather day. And then like we run to time every time.
Yeah, I'm like, we'll be done early, and then we always.
I never say that we're going to be done early. But
it's the one lie I always tell my students.
No, I never make any.
I know I shouldn't say anything.
Right. But yeah, that was rare. I'm usually, because I'm sitting at a computer, I can like look at the time, and like I was just like totally like jamming to this medieval piece.
Nice.
I was
That's a great reason. That's amazing.
Oh boy, I'm a nerd. And then I went from that to Scriabin because my medieval class and my 20th century class are back to back. So the pairings have been really fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good time.
All right. We will see you all next
right,
week.
folks.
We'll be back. Good night, team.
Bye.
Bye.